Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mrs. Crisci's class, who will be performing two beautiful plays. One, I think they're both considered tragedies. One is Romeo and Juliet, and our other is the tragedy of Macbeth. Our students worked very hard on both productions, as well as the informative piece you'll see in the center stage. So let's hand it over to Mrs. Crisci's class. Let's give them a warm welcome. And let's learn about Shakespeare.
Good morning and welcome to our look at the great William Shakespeare. Mr. Shakespeare was an English poet, playwright, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language. He was often called England's national poet. The work consists of 38 plays, 154 sonnets, 2 long narratives, and a few other verses, some of uncertain authorship. His plays have been translated into every major language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright.
Very little was known about William Shakespeare's childhood. He was born in English town Stratford-upon-Avon in 1564.
William's father was a successful leather merchant who once held public positions of eldership. He was the third of 6 children, including 2 older sisters and 3 younger brothers. Growing up in Stratford-upon-Avon, William lived in a big house on Henry Street. He went to a local grammar school where he learned about poetry, history, Greek, and Latin.
When William turned 18, he married Anne Hathaway. Anne was 8 years older than William. They soon had a family, including a daughter named Susanna and twins named Hamnet and Judah. After William and Anne had the twins, there are no records of the next several years of his life. Historians often refer to these years as lost years. There are many stories and theories about what William did during this time.
In any event, he and his family eventually ended up in London, where William was working at the theater. William was part of an acting company called Lord Chamberlain's Men. An acting company in England at this time worked together to put on plays. They were typically about 10 actors, including a lead actor, character actors, and some comedians. Young boys typically played women's roles as women were not allowed to act. Shakespeare plays for the Lord Chamberlain's Men. He worked as an actor as well. His plays became very popular in London, and soon the Lord Chamberlain's Men were one of the most popular acting companies in the city. Some of Shakespeare's early plays included Taming of the Shrew, Richard III, Romeo and Juliet, and Midsummer Night's Dream.
We would now like to take you to Fair Verona, Italy, where 2 star-crossed lovers meet in Act 2, Scene 1, Juliet's bedroom balcony.
Juliet got to a bedroom balcony and Romeo is hiding in the garden below, hoping to see her.
What light the yonder window breaks. It is the east and Juliet is the sun. Her beauty cannot be outdone.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
Juliet thinks she is alone.
'Tis but thy name which is mine enemy. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell sweet.
Call me but love, and I will never be Romeo.
The 2 tell us they love until Juliet is called inside. Juliet asks Romeo to send a message tomorrow if he wants to marry.
Good night, parting is such a sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
And now if you turn to your left, we have our fair Verona Street, where Tybalt, Mercutio, and Romeo meet.
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo. Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo. Consort, thou dost make minstrels of us. Well, peace be with you. Here comes my man, Romeo. Thou art a villain.
Villain I am none, full well, for I see thou knowest me not.
For this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk? What do you want of me?
Gentlemen, for shame!
Romeo finds his friend Mercutio fighting with Juliet's cousin Tybalt. Romeo tries to pull Mercutio away, just then Tybalt stabs Mercutio. A plague on both your houses! Upset by his friend's death, Romeo fights Tybalt and kills him.
Romeo, away, be gone, the prince shall do me death. I am fortune's fool.
Where are the valid beginners of this fray?
O noble prince, I can find all the unlucky manners of this fatal brawl. This is the truth to let Benvolio die.
As Lord true for blood, our shed blood of Montague. I beg for justice, which Stopus must give. Romeo to Tybalt, Romeo must not live. Neither man obey what I had decreed. Romeo slew Tybalt who slain Mercutio. Who shall pay the price of that fatal blow? Not Romeo, prince, he is Mercutio's friend. He took Tybalt's life. Good prince, that's true. He only did what the law would do. Never again shall we seize Romeo's face, for he will die if he returns to this place.
The early plays were put on at a theater called the Theater. The Lord Chamberlain owned the theater, the land was owned by Jaladon. In 1597, Allen decided he wanted to tear down the theater. He locked it up and refused to let the actors perform.
One night, several members of the company dismantled the theater and moved the timber across the Thames River to another spot. There they built a theater called the Globe Theater. The Globe Theater became the place to be in London. It could house up to 3,000 spectators and had uniquely designed stage columns with a painted ceiling, columns, and stage walls. They had specially trained musicians who made special effect noises during the plays. They even had a cannon that fired blanks. This cannon was ultimately destroyed Globe Theater. In 1613, the Globe Theater burned down. A spark from the cannon ignited the roof of the theater. Many of Shakespeare's greatest plays were written in the last of his career. These include Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth. His success in the theater, as well as his investments in land, made Shakespeare a wealthy man. He purchased a home in Stratford for his family co-nucleus.
And now we'd like to perform two famous scenes from Macbeth.
Word of Macbeth's strange behavior quickly spread across Scotland. It fueled the passions of those who suspected that Macbeth was Duncan's murderer. Macbeth went back to the heath where he had first met the witches. He found the witches stirring a pot and chanted,
Double, double, toilet trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wood of bat and tongue of dog. Cool it with a bamboo's blood, then the charm is firm and good. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open locks whoever knocks.
Before Macbeth can state his business, the witches began a frenzied dance around the cauldron. A ghost helmet slowly formed and rose from the cauldron.
How now, you sacred dark and midnight hags, what is it you do? A deed without a name. Answer me to what I ask you. Speak, demand. We'll answer. Say if thou would rather hear it from our mouse or from our masters. Call them, let me see them. Come higher or low, they self-of-purpose definitely show.
Beware Macduff, beware the Thane of Fife.
Then another apparition formed.
Macbeth, 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 be bloody bold and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
A third apparition formed.
Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Vermin wood to high hills shall come.
The apparitions brought Macbeth some peace. Macbeth realized he must do the same to the Scottish Thane Macduff as he did to Banquo. But before he could do so, two messengers brought him news that Macduff had fled to England to join Duncan's son Malcolm. The Thane and prince would surely raise a force and march on Macbeth's castle. Macbeth would have to kill Macduff in battle.
As Macbeth prepared to do wrong to Macduff, Macbeth stirred to wrath from guilt. By day she struggled to appear royal and dignified, but once asleep, guilt drove her from her comfortable bed. Out, damn spot! Will these hands never be clean? Here's the smell of blood still. Macbeth's friends who once were celebrating Macbeth now were switching over to fight alongside Malcolm and his army. Malcolm had to take back the crown from Macbeth. Malcolm's army drew closer to Macbeth's castle. Malcolm had his army hide behind tree branches. Macbeth paced up and down inside of his castle. All of a sudden, Macbeth heard screaming.
The queen, my lord, is dead by her own hand. She should have died hereafter. Life's but a walking shadow, a torn player that struck and frets his hour upon his stage and has heard no more.
Gracious my lord, I did stand upon the hill. I looked towards Burnham, and methought the wood began to move. Macbeth went outside to see what the scout was talking about. There he met Macduff on the battlefield.
Get me back. My soul is too much charged with the blood of thine already.
My voice is in my sword. Turn, hellhound, turn.
Thou losest labor, I leave charmed life, which must not lead to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm. Macduff was from his mother's womb in tiny rifts. Macbeth's sword fell as if it weighed a ton. The witches had tricked Macbeth. Macbeth now knew he had met his conqueror.
Before my body I lay my warlike shield, lay on Macduff.
Macbeth threw his sword with reckless ferocity. Metal clashed against metal, blade met flashed, but in the end, Macbeth fell beneath Macduff's avenging sword. They were longed to be king, but with crown and tyrant was no more.
What can we learn from this tale of strife as we make decisions in our life? Don't lose your honor as you reach for your dreams. Don't lose your virtue, your self-esteem. Remember Macbeth, he wanted it all. It brought a quick rise, but a swifter fall. And worst of all, when he met his end, Macbeth died without a single friend.
Shakespeare asked the king famous Pushu. His most famous poems of the time are Venus and Adonis. Shakespeare also wrote poems called sonnets. A book of 154 Shakespeare sonnets were published in 1609. William retired in Stratford and died on his 52nd birthday. Shakespeare is considered by many to be the greatest writer in the English language. He is also one of the influentials. Through his works, he is credited with introducing nearly 3,000 words in the English language. In addition, his works are the second most often quoted after the Bible. We hope you enjoyed our presentation today. We certainly learned a lot about the life of William Shakespeare, and we hope you did too. We would like to leave you with this quote from the play Hamlet.